set for December 28th, UFC 168. And we welcome in the middleweight champion of the world, Chris Weidman. Was it a lucky punch?
You know, preparation meets opportunity. I guess that's what you consider lucky.
I like that.
But no, I don't think there's any luck. You know, I think he taunts over his opponents like that. He puts his hands down. He tries to, you know, get inside your head, make you feel insecure, like you don't belong in the cage with him. But I was in there very confident, you know, so it didn't really work with me. I was going to stick to my game plan moving forward and throwing punches, and when he thinks I'm throwing a punch, I'll go for the takedown.
You know, sometimes in sports, once isn't enough. A lot of people want to see you do it again. Can you do that again?
Who knows? You know, can I do that again? Absolutely. Will it happen again? I don't know. I'm preparing myself for absolute war, just like I did the first time. But I'm hoping for a knockout or a submission without a doubt. That's
Anderson's game. He likes to showboat. What impact did him dropping his hands ultimately have on the result of that fight? How did it affect you?
Well, you know, in the beginning, you know, we brought in a bunch of different guys, boxers and kickboxers, and had them taunting me, talking to me during sparring, prepared me for that because we know he likes those type of antics. But when I was actually in there, it got to the point where I always prepared myself mentally if he was kind of picking me apart, and then I'd expect him to start taunting, but I didn't expect it when I was picking him apart.
Right.
So it kind of got to the point like, yo, enough is enough. You're not hitting me, I'm hitting you. And it just got to the point I just wanted to kind of stop him from taunting me.
Well, it stopped. Do you think he'll do it again in the next fight?
Yeah, you know, that's his style. It's the only style that he really knows how to do. I think he's doing that in sparring. He does that, you know, in every one of his fights. So I don't expect him to change it too much, but if he does, I can't change that. It doesn't bother me. You know, The one thing I have to focus on is myself and what I'm going to do.
How has life changed for Chris Weidman now that you're the champ?
Well, you know, in a lot of different ways, I guess. You got a lot of people coming out of the woodwork now. You know, I'm actually financially, I'm able to buy a new house. I'm getting out of the house that got hit by Hurricane Sandy on the South Shore of Long Island.
Right.
Moving away from the water. So I'm going to be a little bit more organized for this fight. And it's going to be nice.
Well, good for you. It was fun to watch, and I'm sure America's going to love the second one, December 28th. Chris Weidman, Anderson Silva is here today. He'll be along on Sportscenter in the 1 o'clock hour. Chris, thank you.
Welcome back to SportsCenter. We're joined by UFC fighters Chris Weidman and Anderson Silva, and Anderson's translator Ed Suarez here. Chris stunned the UFC world with a knockout of Anderson 4th of July weekend to take the middleweight title. The rematch scheduled for December 28th. We want to go through UFC 162 with both of you guys. This is kind of a great opportunity to see what the fighters think of the fight, and we'll break down what happened. Let's roll it. Start with round one of what was a 2-round fight. Chris, how did you feel entering this fight against the champ?
Very calm, calmer than normal. You know, I said a prayer with my team and just went out there very calm and confident.
What did you make of what was happening here in the first round, Chris?
I was going for I went for a heel hook and a knee bar. He did a great job escaping. I figured forward the leg, and he was able to still roll out on it very nicely.
Anderson, I see you waving him on like this. What were you doing there?
It's just the show.
It's just you're putting on a show?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's round one. You guys cordial. You give a little hug, and now here we go, round two. And this is the round where the belt would change hands. Chris, what were you looking for here, and what happened?
You know, I'm just looking to deceive him. I mean, at this point, he started playing like he was hurt, but I know he wasn't. But I just felt like it was a good time to come and go after him and catch him.
What happened from your perspective there, Anderson?
So, one step, one little step. So, it's the magic moment. You have in the fight, your opponent have 5 half position, you have half position. And the magic moment is the same. Chris pick it up, the magic moment, you finish the fight.
Now, a lot of people say, why did you drop your hands? I know that's your style, but what, do you change that philosophy? Do you do something different next time?
No.
You don't?
Me? No, I don't change nothing. So, I changed one more step.
Take a
the
step
next
back.
Fight, one more step.
Was that a lucky punch?
No. It's good punch. It's good.
But didn't you say it was a lucky punch a short time ago?
Yeah, sometimes I joking. But
What did you think when you heard that?
I know I've heard him interview before, and I've never heard him say lucky, and then I was told he said lucky. It doesn't really
all the
matter.
people talking now, oh, Chris Weidman, a lucky guy. But no, Chris training hard for this fight. So, I have my fault in the fight because I know no punch Chris, no step. So Chris using your technique, your training for win the fight. This is the champion. The people need to respect this guy.
You guys seem like you get along. You seem almost friendly, which is a weird feeling. What's the relationship between you two?
I respect him a lot. You know, he's the greatest of all time. He's done a lot for the sport, a lot for the UFC. I looked up to him since the day I got into the sport. He was a champion. He was a guy that, you know, I could try to, you know, become like, and one day try to beat. So I have a lot of respect for him. That no matter what happens in the ring, always gonna have respect for him. You know, we both train very hard, and he knows. I know what he probably goes through. I know what I go through. So any fighter kind of understands that, and we have a type of bond just because there's a lot of stuff you go through as a fighter.
The rematch is on the way, December 28th, UFC 168 in Las Vegas. Anderson Silva and Chris Weidman. Gentlemen, we appreciate all of your time. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right.